basic white cauliflower. What you might not know is they come in all these beautiful colors. You can get purple, you can get orange, you can get mixed with romesco, which is kind of this fractal looking vegetable that's really cool, and it looks like a mix between broccoli and cauliflower in color, but in shape it's really unique. You would deal with that the same that you would deal with this. So regardless of what, crazy cool color you get, it's still going to be the same way to chop it up. So first what we want to look and see is what's the quality of our cauliflower. So you ideally want to find ones without these little tiny brown and black spots. If you just have a few like this is totally salvageable. So you can just take your chef's knife or paring knife and just cut those off. And you're good to go. Even if you left a couple on, if there's just a few little ones, no one's really going to notice. But that's where it's going to start to get slimy and bad if you leave it on. So you may even consider cutting it off when you get it home from the store if you notice that, even if you're not going to prepare it right away. Okay, so what can be intimidating for people is, what do you do with the side? This just looks like a mess, like where to begin, right? So you might start to notice a trend if you've seen some of the other knife skills videos, that when you have this root or stem end, you can just cut down straight through that. This works with cabbage, it works with the onions. It's going to hold it together so you don't have these florets rolling all over. You can further break that down by cutting that stem or root end. This is a stem, but I say root end because we're also referring to a similar technique with onions. And cut this one there. So now you have quarters. And again, it's still, there's a few little pieces rolling around, but it's mostly together. A lot of people might then get rid of these. We talk a lot about cutting things in similar sizes so they cook at the same rate. We actually have this beautiful roasted cauliflower recipe in the roasting class that these little bits actually end up being the tastiest part. So you have bigger florets, which I'll show you how to cut, and then these pieces, and these tend to get like these little crispy, crunchy, almost crouton-like bits that are really savory and flavorful. And then you have the bigger pieces that are more tender. So again, as long as you know what to expect and you're planning for that in your cooking, you can, really do a lot of creative things. So now I want florets. So it's pretty easy to have big florets. You just cut out this stem. Using a big chef knife is really helpful. And then the green parts come out as well. You can toss those. If there's a lot of green, it's kind of curling up around the side, you can pull that off. Just pull it off by hand ahead of time before chopping, or trim it up a bit before this step. We didn't have a lot here, so I didn't have to do that. And so here we have some big, big florets. If you wanted to long roast them, these might be okay. These tend to be a little bit big for many cooking purposes. If you're going to have raw pieces, you might want these smaller pieces. It's really whatever you like though. So kind of like we did with the broccoli, we're just going to find where there's these natural crevices and just cut down through there. If you want, half that big, you do that. If you want it even smaller, you just go half again. And where you cut is dependent on whether you want it to fall apart or stick together. So if you cut through, a solid area, more of a stemmy type part, then it's going to hold it together. If you were instead to cut where there's, cut through a bunch of those stems, you're going to have these little pieces that fall apart. So you really just think about the way you want it, and that's the right way to do it. The other thing that you can do is if you actually want to get a bunch of different size pieces for, say, that roasted cauliflower recipe where you might want a lot of different size pieces, you can also just get rid of you can leave the stem or get rid of it. You just want to remove it at some point so you don't end up with too much of that in the dish, but you can have a bigger piece like this where you're just shaving the stem off. It's largely holding together. You can put it down and then you can actually just shave it like this too. Keep your fingers out of the way. And then you end up with some flatter pieces, some little pieces rolling around. You can just break that up by hand. So again, there's no one right way to do this. It's really what the end goal is. But I know just seeing people do this a few different ways makes it just feel more approachable and doable if it's not something you've done before. And then we would have to leave this more whole if we wanted to do a true cauliflower steak. But if you've ever seen a recipe that says cauliflower steak, number one, it's not meant to taste like beef steak. It's more meant to be like a nice roasted main dish that still is very much reminiscent of cauliflower, but it's nice and caramelized, and it's just like a big beautiful centerpiece on the plate. So usually you would have a cauliflower where you've just trimmed off the stem and the greens to do that. I'll show you what it would look like about a quarter of that. So you just have it all held together, and you would do similar to what I did before, but maybe do some thick slices. So slice through where it's about an inch thick or so. And if you do that where you still have half the head of cauliflower intact, then you can imagine if you just extended this, that you would have, you know, more of a rainbow effect. And so if you had a big piece like this, you know, if I can put them together and, you know, you can approximate that. So you'd have something that looked more like this on the plate as one whole piece. You can lay this on some parchment or just on a sheet pan and brush with olive oil, roast it till it's beautiful and brown and caramelized, you know, season well with whatever herbs or salt or pepper you want. And then there are many different types of sauces or dressings, many included in the curriculum that you could use to make that a really nice, beautiful plant-based main dish on the plate. So let me get this separated out so you can see what we have to work with here. Most important thing is just have fun and try new things, right? Okay, so we have a quarter of our cauliflower here. We have some really big florets, some kind of medium-sized ones, some roughly cut, all different size pieces of cauliflower, and then what would be, you know, if we had a bigger piece that we'd start out with, what would, you know, approximate a cauliflower steak type cut, inch thick.